Good morning, dear students. I am teaching chapter 4, materials, metal and non-metals. Metals and non-metals. Materials, metals and non-metals. What is the metals? Question arises here. What is the metal? Elements which are generally in solid. What is the metal? Elements are generally which is in solid state, hard, lustrous, heavier than water, malleable, ductile, tensile than water, malleable, tensile, ductile, have high melting and boiling points, good conductors of heat and electricity, and sonorous are called the metals. What is the metals? Elements which are generally in solids state, hard, lustrous, heavier than water, malleable, ductile, tensile, have high melting and boiling points, good conductors of heat and electricity, and sonorous are called the metals. And what is the non-metals? Elements which are generally brittle, solids or liquids or gases, not hard, non-lustrous, lighter than water, non-malleable, non-ductile, non-tensile, have low melting and boiling points, bad conductors of heat and electricity, and non-sonorous are called the non-metals. Metalloids or semi-metals, the elements which neither have all the properties of metals or non-metals are called metalloids. Boron B, silicon Si, germanium Ge, arsenic As, antimony Sb are the common metalloids. Physical differences between metals and non-metals. Physical differences between metals and non-metals. First one is the metals. Non-metals. First one is the state. State. Metals are generally solid at room temperature. Metals are generally solid at room temperature. Mercury and gallium are exception as they liquid at room temperature. Only metals are generally solid at room temperature. Only mercury and gallium are exceptions as they are liquids at room temperature. State. Non-metals are generally brittle, solids or maybe liquids or gases at room temperature. Hardness. Second one is the hardness. Metals are generally hard. However, metals like sodium, potassium are soft and can be cut with a knife. Similarly, metals like gold and Aluminium are not very hard. Second one is the hardness. Metals are generally hard. Non-metals are generally not hard. Diamond and allotrope of carbon is the hardest naturally occurring substance. Third one is the luster. When the metals are freshly cut, then they are a brittle, brilliant shine and over the cut surface, and this metallic shine is called the luster. When you have to cut any metal, then you can see that this cutly fresh surface shine is there. And metals are highly polished, and non-metals generally have no luster. Iodine and graphite have luster. Iodine and graphite has luster. Density. Metals generally have a high density. Sodium and potassium metals are exceptions as their density is less than 1 gram centimeter square. -3. Density. Non-metals generally have low density. However, diamond is almost as heavy aluminum. Melting point and boiling point. Metals in general have high melting and boiling point. Sodium, potassium, mercury and gallium metals are exceptions as they have low melting and boiling points. Melting points and boiling points. Non-metals have low melting and boiling point, and carbon, silicon and boron have high melting and boiling points. Malleability. The property of metals due to which they can be beaten into sheets is called the malleability, and metals are generally malleable, and metals like zinc, arsenic, antimony are exceptions to this rule. Non-metals are non-malleable. We cannot draw into the sheets, thin sheets. If hammered, they form a powdery mass. When you have to hammer, then they will make a powdery mass. Actually, non-metals, it is in solid state, are brittle in nature. Ductility. The property by which a substance can be drawn into thin wires is called the ductility. Metals are generally ductile. However, metals like zinc, arsenic and antimony are exceptions to this rule. Ductile. Non-metals are non-ductile. Carbon fiber is recently developed. Allotrope of carbon is highly ductile. Tensile strength. The property due to which a substance can bear a lot of strain without breaking is called the tensile strength. Metals generally have high tensile strength. However, zinc, arsenic and antimony are exceptions to this rule. Tensile strength. Non-metals do not have tensile strength. However, carbon fiber is as tensile as steel. Conductivity. Metals are generally good conductor of electricity, and silver is the best conductor. However, bismuth and tungsten are poor conductors. Conductive non-metals are generally bad conductors of electricity, and however, graphite and gas carbons are good conductors of electricity. Sonority. When metals are struck with some hard material, they produce a ringing sound. And these metals are said to be sonorous. And sonority, non-metals as non-sonorous, that is when struck with hammer, they do not produce ringing sound. So this is the differences between metals and non-metals. First one is the state, hardness, luster, density, melting point, boiling point, malleability, ductility, tensile strength, conductivity, sonority. Oral questions are given on page number 41. You have to do with yourself. When you have to do it, then you can able to understand. Name two metals which are liquids at room temperature. Name the hardest naturally occurring non-metal. Name two metals which are so soft that can be cut with a knife. Name two non-metals which are lustrous. What name is given to the property of metals by which they can be beaten into sheets? What name is given to the property of metals by which they can be drawn into wires? Name a metal which is a poor conductor of electricity. Name a non-metal which is a good conductor of electricity. Now elements. What is the elements? Elements. Elements. Elements is substance that cannot be broken down into two or more different substances. A substance that cannot be broken down into two or more different substances by chemical means or by physical means or electrolysis is called the element. Element which cannot be broken down into two or different more substances by chemical means or physical means or by electrolysis is called the elements. You have learned chemical changes and chemical changes in class 7. During a chemical change, reactions, the substances undergo a chemical change to form new substances. During chemical change, you know that it forms a new substances, and however there are certain substances that cannot be broken down into the new substances by chemical reactions, heating or cooling, and by electrolysis. Such substances are called the element. Such type of substances are called the elements. For example, iron cannot be converted into two or more different substances by physical or chemical means and hence is an element. Similarly, sulfur, oxygen, lead, gold, etc. are elements. However, if we have an element and start dividing it, as stage is reached when we cannot subdivide, the smallest unit of element is known as atom. Smallest unit of element is known as atom. It is useful to remember that during a chemical reaction, it is the atom of different elements which taken part in the chemical reaction, and the infinite variety of substance both from the living and non-living kingdoms are performed by the unions of atoms. Different elements in the specific. There are 115 elements discovered so far. Among these elements, 92 elements are naturally occurring and 23 are man-made elements. 93 are naturally occurring and 23 elements are man-made. These elements are divided into three broad classes, that is the metals, non-metals, metalloids. There are 18 non-metals, 7 metalloids and 90 metals. 18 non-metals, 7 metalloids and 90 metals. The list of common non-metals and metals along with the symbol is given. All metals exist in a solid state at room temperature except mercury and gallium, which exist in a liquid temperature. In list of some metals, it is given with the metals and symbol. Metals and symbol. It is given in the book on page number 41. You have to see.